What's good? Welcome to episode 18 of Theo's Tailgate. As always, I appreciate anyone tuning in or just supporting in general. It's been a crazy week of Pittsburgh sports. We got the Buccos who dropped 9 straight, won the last 2. Since we've been in such a slump since the All-Star break, our chances of making the playoffs are just very slim, sadly. We got the QB battle going on too, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Based on the game with the Bills the other night and the other preseason, just in general, I'm kind of leaning toward Fields, but I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear, I guess, here. I'm agreeing with whatever Tomlin does, but I'm definitely leaning toward Fields. And for this 18th episode, we're going to have on Raion Strader, who was a freshman All-American last season. He was recently selected as the MAC preseason Defensive Player of the Year. 4th on his team in tackles last year as a corner, starting 12 out of 13 games for the Redhawks, who had the best statistical defense in the MAC. Made it all the way to the Kier Bowl, playing App State last season. And as far as the jerseys go, we got my boy DP over here, number 1 for Sanford. He's starting DB for them. Big year incoming for my guy. And then in the back, it looks kind of shitty, honestly, but it's a Minka Fitzpatrick Alabama jersey. Yeah, and then I also got on a Troy Polamalu USC jersey. I just threw it on because I figured there was DBs all around the room, and Rayon's also a DB. And he's from Pittsburgh's Lincoln neighborhood, so he's another local guy. I forgot to mention that. Also went to Penn Hills High School, same with DP. But yeah, let's jump into this episode with you, man.
Catch featured back here. Kyle Calais looks for Pemberton, awkward throw intercepted. Picked up by Miami, and Strader. Raion Strader, here's the return. Just the jolt the Redhawks needed after a slow start. A sudden change, a short field. Strader the pick, big return, and Miami in business.
All right, so we got Raion on here. How you, bro? How camp going?
I'm good, man. Camp been treating me well for, my second one in college. We've been getting active, getting ready for that week 1.
Now that you're a little bit deep into camp, is your body starting to feel it?
Yeah, it definitely, once you get into, that middle, going to the end of camp, your body definitely starts feeling it. You just got to keep trying to take care of it every day, though.
And you had a freshman All-American season last year, 4th on your team in tackles at the corner position. But what would you say is the strongest part of your game, whether it's physicality, awareness, jack of all trades?
I would definitely probably say a jack of all trades, bro, because, most people wouldn't think, oh, yeah, you probably a corner, you probably can't tackle. If I can tackle, cover, and I don't mind playing man zone, I can do whatever.
For sure, and having a little break this offseason during the summer, was there anything that you were specifically trying to perfect in your craft or get better on?
Yeah, I was really taking time off of the physical side, really locking in my mental, my mental side of the game, just trying to get, get mentally better and mentally sharp on the game and seeing it a little quicker.
And then we got NCAA football that came out recently by EA Sports. I don't know if you played that, but they got you listed as a 79 on there. How you feeling about that?
Man, definitely, I thought we could have been higher, man. What we doing?
I feel you. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher too, bro. You guys won the MAC championship last year. Ended up the season playing App State in the Kier Bowl. How excited are you for this upcoming season, though?
I'm super excited, man. I just want to keep proving what I can do and keep leveling up. As a player, I'm a person, I really don't know where my ceiling is. So, I just plan to just keep going, keep striving.
And you're beginning the year with Northwestern, Cincinnati, and Notre Dame. Is there a specific game that you might have eyed up for next season?
I'll probably, we're going to take it one game at a time at Northwestern, but the one I really want to play in right now is Notre Dame. Because right now, they in the preseason poll, they ranked number 7 in the country. Showing out against them is it's going to prove everything it needs to prove, what I could do at least.
You guys, the Redhawks, you got 5 preseason All-Americans, according to Hero Sports. Is there anybody on the squad that we could look out for aside from yourself?
No, man. I would say all of them, but someone right on the real side of me on my defense is Matt Salopek. 15, boy, he's different. Trying to tell you, he just mentally and physically, he's a different type of boy out there, man.
Speaking of the defense, you guys had the best defense in the MAC statistical-wise. You got your 2 linebackers returning. Would you say the defense is going to be straps again?
Definitely. You know, everybody came back for a reason. You know, we always try and run it back. And I think we just want to try and better ourselves from last year.
And earlier in your career at Penn Hills, you rocked number 6 a little bit. You wore number 13 last year. Are we going to see you in that 13 again?
Y'all will be seeing me in that 13 again. Y'all will be. It just, when I first got in college, it really just stuck with me. And a little something about it, my dad had 13 when he played for Duquesne. So, like, when they gave it to me here, it really just felt like it was meant to be. So, I'm keeping that 13.
Yeah, so 13 means something. You might as well keep it. And coming out of Penn Hills, was Miami of Ohio an easy decision for you? What was the recruiting process like?
The recruit process for me first started my sophomore year after offered me out of camp. So after that, you know, a lot of the MAC was reaching out. But what really separated Miami was, like, you know, I grew up on a lot of loyalty. Like, you know, you only mess with who mess with you. And, like, Miami was consistently, you know, just on my tail about me committing and just me coming to play. So, like, yeah, they really made it easy for me to come in.
And then when you got up there, you kind of finessed your way into becoming a starter after week 1. How'd that come about?
It was a lot of dog days, a lot of hard work that had to come about. But, you know, I'm a fast learner. I learned defense. They told me, like, you know, we really don't care. We don't play, like, seniority roles and nothing. Like, if you're a freshman, you can play, you're going to play. So I went out there. They gave me a shot the first game. I performed well, and the rest is history.
Speaking of starting freshman year, your younger brother started quarterback for Pine Richland, 5A in the Whippeal last year. How excited are you about what the future holds for him?
I'm super excited. Like, they don't even know what my boy's going to do. They don't know. I'm not even going to tell them though. I'm going to let y'all see for yourselves. Because he going to shine.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see what he does up at Pine this year. How far is Oxford, Ohio from home, though? Does your family get to come to some games?
Yeah, it's Oxford, Ohio is about 5 hours away. But, you know, one thing about my mom and my dad, they never played about, you know, missing anything about us. So, like, they always made games wherever it was. Like, last year, when I played up at Miami, my peoples was ready in the stands, you know? So, like, it was really never nothing, like, you know, thinking they weren't going to come to a game or not. They was always there.
And how are the games up at Yeager Stadium? Is it Yeager Stadium?
Yeah.
How's the atmosphere up there? Is the fans get lit?
Oh, yeah. Especially, like, you know, this is a football town, too. Like, so, like, we was winning, like, it was rocking up here. Like, I'm talking all day. I'm talking day parties. You got tailgates. Like, it was smacking.
What's your guys' biggest rivalry? Or, like, you guys got any traditions or, like, rivalry games, anything like that?
Yeah. So we play Cincinnati every year. It's called the Battle for the Bell. And this, like, we beat them last year, but, like, that was the first time we beat them in, like, about 18 years. So my first year beating them was last year, you know, my first year here. So, but, like, Cincinnati is, like, probably one of the biggest rivalries.
And do you prefer home or away games, or does it not really affect you? You locked in either way?
I'm definitely locked in either way, but that home crowd definitely hit different.
Yeah, home games are always a little bit more enthusiastic, but what would you say, what does a pregame look like for you? You praying, listening to music, stretching, all of the above?
So I usually start off the day with a little bit of, like, gospel, then R&B. You know, that usually gets me through, like, my mornings. When we get on the bus on the way to, like, the tailgates and stuff, I'll listen to, like, inspirational speakers like Inky Johnson. I listen to him before every game. I listen to him talk a little bit. And then by the time it's time to, like, it's almost go time, that's when the rap come out.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Inky, too. He's always talking about preparation. What's your preparation look like? You a big film guy?
Oh, yeah, we watch film, like, a whole lot. And then I do my own little scout report on, like, who I'm going to be guarding, like, you know, what type of receivers they are. And, like, that really, like, helped my game a lot last year. Just, you know, being a freshman, being young, like, being in the film so much made a lot of things easier.
For sure, and this might be a little goofy question, but do you prefer to play press or off coverage?
Press. All day. Press.
You got a favorite DB in the NFL?
My favorite DB really always been like Ramsey, you know. But like, you know, if we were to go like all time and stuff, like I was a real big like Champ Bailey, you know, Reeves type of guy. Like those are my boys. Like I always loved watching football too, like growing up. So like I always had a deep dive and like those are the two I really like watched all the time.
Miami's also known for being a strong academic school. How are you with academics? You take them seriously?
You gotta take academics seriously. You know, like, and they really won't let you like slack off here either. So like, you know, I was already standing on point since I was in high school, so it really wasn't nothing too crazy.
Being from Pittsburgh, are you yourself a Steeler fan?
Definitely. People out here hate me for it, but like, man, I'm rocking with my guys 24/7, 365.
What you got up there? A lot of like Browns and Bengals and whatnot?
Yeah, like the scrubs and stuff, like.
You got a favorite all-time Steeler?
Yeah. It's definitely Troy, you know. Like back then, I ain't even had locks and I just had like a whole lot of hair, full head of hair. My family always used to call me like Troy Polamalu. I looked up to him too. Like Troy definitely my favorite Steeler.
And how does Oxford, Ohio compare to Pittsburgh? Is it kind of like a mini college town or a little rural?
Pittsburgh is totally different from Oxford. Like, you know, Pittsburgh, you got the city. Like here, it's straight country roads and all that. Like, and then it's just like, you know, Oxford's just like this small town where, you know, so it's like, it's a little different. Definitely was like a little change from me.
You got a favorite food spot up there?
Yeah, so we got this little restaurant called So High. It's on fire. Like they sell burgers, fries, and all that, but like it be smacking.
And can you cook yourself?
Yeah, I be trying to sometimes, but it just be like, you know, you really don't be having the time as an athlete.
I'm feeling it. Let's say you don't got practice or no football obligations. What would you be bringing to the tailgate?
What I'll be bringing to the tailgate. Hey, actually, no, I wanted to ask you about this. Like, what you mean, like?
Just any type dish, plate, food, whatever. Like, I don't know. You just coming to the tailgate. Like, what you bringing?
I come to the tailgate. Oh yeah, I know that. So I just ran into this little game, but you know, cornhole, like the little sandbags.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that on God. I'm beating on whoever.
That might be the best answer, but I'm definitely beating on you in cornhole though.
Nah.
But alright, bro, I appreciate you getting with me.
Hey, for sure.